Hello, my name's Mike M0MSN, and apart from the obvious, I have a problem. Well, actually, I've got three problems. Right. The first problem is quite simple. When I turn my beam through either direction, either south or west or east or whatever, at one point it loses reception. It has a high SWR, and then it comes back in again and works perfectly. Now, I don't need anyone to tell me what's wrong. I think I already know. My other problem is getting to it to sort it out. So, alright. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is I need to relocate from my conservatory, radio room, call it what you will, to another room in the house, which is of benefit to me, but I have to do that as well. And my third and final problem is that my computer, my Mac, has finally given up the ghost. Well, it's quite old. It's been, I bought it in 2012 and we're now 2024. So that's a 12-year-old Mac, which is basically now just given up the ghost. So I bought a new Mac. I need to install that, all the software on it, and also get all of the bits and pieces ready. Anyway, come on me in this little adventure of rebuilding, repurposing and redoing everything. So this is my linear power supply. It's 30 amps and it suffers from a hell of a lot of fan noise when it gets hot. Bloody loud indeed, actually. So I don't know if this is going to come out particularly well, but what you're hearing is just fan noise. I need to make that quieter, really. There's thunder and lightning in the skies, which is rain stopped play. I've just put a scaffold tower up the side of my house so that I can move the three beams onto the chimney stack, so I can put up a little bit higher. And I've managed to hire the tower on the wettest weekend ever imaginable. So I guess it ain't going to be doing anything. Day 2, and it continues. Not as heavily as yesterday, but it hasn't let up. Oh well, we can but wait. Well, apologies for not filming any of the work done. We've had thunderstorms, and because of that, well, I took the opportunity to do as much work as I could between the showers and between the thunder and lightning, which meant I really didn't have time to start putting cameras out and to film it, so I apologise for that. All of the scaffolding towers down and packed waiting for collection, and the beam, or the issue with the beam's been corrected. That is now working properly. I decided against moving it to the chimney. The amount of aggravation and work and extra benefits it would give me are negligible, but the work is considerable. So in the end, I just repaired it, and the SWR now is perfect. I've moved the connection box a bit higher up the wall, and now we've got EcoFlex 10 or HyperFlex 10 from each beam down to the box, and then into a triplexer, and then from there down and into the wall here to the Radio Shack. A lot better. Definitely done a much better job at plumbing all the cables and stuff in this time round, as you can see. So we have VHF, UHF for the single white stick. Oh, got a bird. And then we've got a single cable with control, rotator control line going up to the triplexer box. And we've got 2 HF cables coming down on the wall, and they go out into the garden to an end-fed half wave there, and to the new DX Commander base, which is there. And all I have to do now is put the DX Commander back together, and we'll have that back up. Anyway, we've had an incredibly soggy, horrible day, but we've actually managed to get things done, which is good. Right, what's next? Oh yeah, I have to wire it all in on the inside of the house. I have to make good the wall and the conservatory part of the house, which I used to use as the radio room. I've got to plaster all of the hose up and make good that area. Right, upwards and onwards. Okay, so here we go. So finally moved into the new radio room, into the new Radio Shack, and we've got everything set up as we want it to be done. RACOM 1000s in the right hand corner, the rotator on the top, and my little Kenwood handheld. The TS 990, 590 next to the 890. So the 590's become the slave or the second receiver for the 890. And of course I've got the ICOM 9700 for my two 70 and 23 centimeter bands, all together quite nicely working. And then I've got my workbench where I'm doing all the repairs and sorting out stuff. At the moment I'm playing with an ICOM 706 Mark II Golf, which I've just repaired and is working again, which is nice. But there we go. So moved in, switched on, working, everything's happy. Thanks very much for watching.
Bravo, Romeo Victor, listening from the call. CQ40, CQ, the frequency on 40 meters, CQ40. Mike Italy 7, Bravo, Romeo Victor. Mike Italy 7, Bravo, Romeo Victor, listening from the call.
Straight over.
M0SKA, M0SLG. Well, yeah, that's right. There's so many variables. I do agree with you. Of course, the conditions comes into it. But no, as I say, the Sunday morning, I was having a proper standing wave. I was getting a conflict, actually. And I think what was causing it, and I was chatting to someone, chatting to Bob, G3MSL, and he knows what I'm talking about. And he said, I think you probably... Another way, you should have actually connected the aerial straight up to the radio instead of through an SWR meter, or take everything out of line and just like amplify it and so forth. You just use SWR meter and the radio, which I didn't because it was late at night. But as I say, the Sunday morning, watching up, when I said to Nicky, God, that's a horrible sight that is, because guy lines as well. Plus the guys are there using now and been up there for yonks. It really did look a sight. It came down, and without going any further and checking anything else out or whatever, Dave, it was just the skyline was a bit, a bit dubious. Would like to take a picture of it and but still, never mind. I just use what I'm using now. So there we are. But no, it was.
Just wonder how you're finding that antenna there. From G68. Oh, by the way, you're coming in 5 and 8. 5 and 8, but there's a bit of QS Baker on the band, so 5 7, 5 8, 5 9. Anyway, you're fully Q5. From G6A TJ. Okay, no problem, Ivor, absolutely fine indeed there. You're back here, you're fluctuating from about an 8 to 10 dB over 9. That last over, you were 10 dB over 9, nearly the whole over. So, and radio 5, of course. No, I find this radio, this antenna very, very, very good indeed. It's certainly